Hello, everyone,
Hi.
and welcome to this Disney Magic Kingdoms live stream. Hope you are all well. Sorry, I was getting a bit carried away with my characters and sending them out and everything just whilst we had that loading screen on. But of course, as usual, this is our progress stream. So you'll be hearing about all our progress from this week. But before we do get into my kingdom and we talk about Sarah's as well, um, just so that you all know, and this is for anyone new, because of course, if you joined us before, you know all of this anyway. But we do love hearing from you. That's if you're watching live now, or if you are watching this after we finished being live. So yeah, get in the comment section and the chat, and that gives you a chance to have a shout out if you want to. If you do enjoy the stream at any time, make sure to give it a big like, as it helps us as a channel and it also helps the stream get pushed out to more people. And the most important one is subscribing and hitting that notification bell so that YouTube can let you know when we go live. Sometimes, as I think we found out last week, that people weren't getting the notification. So definitely follow us on Instagram at Disney Kingdomers, where you'll see our schedules in the stories and as a post, as well as other Disney content. Now I can see that we've already got someone in the comments. So hello to Sorcerer Mickey Fangirl.
Hi, hope you're well.
And they're asking how are we?
Oh,
I'm good.
good. Yeah, no, I'm awesome actually. The sun is shining in the UK today. Well, it is here. I'm not sure about James there, but
Not really,
yeah,
yeah,
so
but
it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great stream.
yes, it's the weekend. Woo! That's
Woo!
what I'm excited about.
Yep.
Okay, now we've got some other comments here. So Sorcerer Mickey is good as well. I'll leave some of your other comments for when we get into the kingdom, because forgetting like what I'm saying and everything, because we all know what I'm like. I go on a tangent and everything. But yes, okay, so that's that kind of stuff. Let's exit. Oh, here. Oh, right, here we go.
Oh, spoiler alert.
So yeah. But we'll get into that later. Okay, so let's just click on that whilst it's there. So we are here to talk about the Tower Challenge.
Yeah.
That's the Mulan one that you could have got Shang Yu and also Khan, which was the premium character. They were the new characters into our kingdoms. Let us know if you did get them. And I know that we have got Sorcerer Mickey there telling us what he's got. And like I said, we'll let you know as well. And just any other things. I don't think, unless there's any like main storyline progress from Sarah,
Yeah.
I've got a tiny bit of news to talk about. So let's start off then with the Tower Challenge. Like I say, it finished yesterday. We'll have our opinions on it as well. And you guys can do that as well. So let's just start off with Sorcerer Mickey. So they were able to get Rabbit's House, which was in chapter 2. They got, I would imagine that's the Streets of Agrabah, which was chapter 1,
Yeah.
as well as Aladdin. So that's really good that you got some content there. You got a couple of attractions and you got a character. So really well done. I'm just trying to go through all of these comments here. Okay, they're basically saying that they didn't get Shang Yu or Khan because they're not their favorites. Their favorites is Mulan, Mushu, and Cricky. So
Yeah, I totally agree with that, to be honest. I'm going to give my opinion first.
yeah, go on.
So I think that Khan was very expensive. 500 gems is a lot of gems for one character for a tower challenge. And the only real benefit I could kind of get from having Khan was that he collected sort of the hot cocos. I couldn't really see anything else that meant you would have kind of done even better to get towards Shan Yu if that was what you wanted. I also I know Shan Yu's like the villain of the film, so to speak, but I didn't really think that he was like a big key character of the film. So yeah, I wasn't gonna kind of push to get him either for the same sort of reasons. I don't know if you agree, James.
Yeah, I do kind of agree. But
Yeah.
I can get what you're saying about that. Yes, he's the villain, but he doesn't have much of a thing in the storyline, even though,
Yeah.
or in the film, shall I say, even though
Yeah.
he is the villain. Like I do kind of get where you're getting
Yeah.
at that. So yeah, no, Khan was definitely too high of a level of gems
I think so.
for and especially when what was it just recently, the the Pinocchio, like when you're spending, if you did, I know that we didn't, but if you were spending 500 gems there on the two premium characters there, then that's like 1,000 gems
Yeah.
in this, not that far between.
Yeah. So I think for previous ones, like I know we both purchased both premium characters in the Star Wars event that was a little while back. And I think it was 500 gems for both characters, whereas this was 500 gems for just one. So yeah.
No, I definitely agree with that. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
trying to do this. So do you want to carry on with your progress?
Yeah. Just there's not really a lot of progress on my side actually at all.
Meaning tower challenge.
Tower challenge process.
Tower
Yes,
challenge,
bear
yeah.
with me just a second. I've got a different screen come up on my phone as it decides to do this now and again. I don't know if anyone else. James doesn't seem to have this problem, but I do with
No.
getting ads pop ups
Well,
on
do
my
you want
phone.
to talk about that as well? Because what you showed me. Oh,
Yeah, so I got a pop up to say that I can spend, I think it's like £4.50 on that's UK pounds, £4.50 on getting a pop up to get rid of my ads, which I don't think I'm going to be doing, to be honest. But it was just interesting that they've decided to now do that. So that is obviously going to explain why I'm getting the ads, because they're trying to get me to pay to get rid of them. So lovely. So my tower challenge progress is that I managed to get Li Shang and is it the lantern attraction? I can't remember the exact name of it.
no, you're right.
Oh, it is called Lantern Attraction,
Yeah.
which I was really, really pleased about. So in the chest, the first chest that we did, I got Mulan, which was really good. I really wanted her, so I was very happy with that. However, it didn't have anything else that could collect for her ears hats. So I was like, well, she's a bit useless to me because I've got nothing that I can send her out for. And I have a couple of other characters like this as well. So I have Zazu from The Lion King and only Zazu. So no one collects for his ears hats. And I also have Zero from the Nightmare Before Christmas attraction, and exactly the same thing. No one collects their ears hats, so they're just still sending home permanently as a level 1. But I really like Mulan, so I was like, oh my gosh, okay. So managed to get the lantern attraction, which then drops her ears hats. Now I've had no drops so far, but at least I now have an option of how to get them. The other thing I was looking at was you can buy the Mulan float for 50 gems, which if you then send out, one of the drops is the ears hat. So kind of tempted to look into that as well. But obviously my gems, if you've been watching our streams, you'll see the past few weeks I've done loads and loads of chests on the streams. So I have 39 at the moment. I don't have enough gems. So yeah, I think Sauce and Ricky posted about their gems of not really sure what to do.
Yeah.
Actually.
So I was just literally, because the amount of comments, which is really good to see, like not.
Yeah, we love it. Keep them coming.
So
he said, I'm saving the gems for Forky or Rex or the Lilo and Stitch float, but it's hard to decide. If I get Rex or Forky in the chest, I wouldn't need to worry. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at as well. We're in a very similar situation, because I could get my float. So I've got an option to get maybe the Peter Pan float to help me with some of the storyline, or like I said, I can get the Mulan float. But at the same time, there's Captain Hook's a possibility for me to get, which would help me in the storyline, or the next part as well. So I think the next part is Dumbo, because I've got that one, but then going forward, so I'm a bit like, oh, I don't really know what to do, especially because the chest at the moment is the Little Mermaid, which I love. So yeah, I'm kind of with you there with not knowing what to do about the.
Well, at least with like the legendary chests, Sarah, at least they do come around.
Like, exactly. So
it may take a while, but at least the Little Mermaid one will come back at some point.
And the other thing I was thinking, I've said, like with the Lion King, for example, because I only have the one character, I struggle. So maybe it's worth doing something like that instead, where I've just got the one character, so I can then try and get some more. It might mean I get a better outcome than getting a decoration. So we'll just have to see. I'm not too sure.
And as you were saying, like, that's why I've kind of created the template that I have when it comes to legendary chests, because, like, for example, at the end of the tower challenge, I had enough gems, as you can see there. Oh, actually, no, you can't, because the StreamYard bit's in the way, but 75 gems. And so I definitely had enough for the 60 gems for the Mulan chest. But because I only had Cricky left in there, it was bound that I was going to get a decoration.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, if you do have, like, it's probably fine if you've got none of the stuff, but if you've got quite a lot of the stuff, it's probably good to have a kind of keep a track of what you haven't got, and then try to compare to each of the collections, say, well, it's actually probably better for me to get this collection's legendary chest because there's more that I can get.
Yeah.
Like you're kind of saying, Sarah.
Absolutely.
So you're definitely in a good position when it comes to those types of chests.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else that you wanted to say
about the tower challenge? No. So obviously I managed to get the 3 characters, so Mulan, Mushu and Li Shang overall, which was brilliant. So I'm just trying to level them up at the moment. So I'm just going to go on so I can give accurate information.
And I can get mine up at the same time, and
I've got my Li Shang is level 4. And Mushu is also level 4.
So my Li Shang is level 3 because I haven't really, because I was using him. And yeah, go on, say your other ones, because mine are all level 10 now.
Yeah, and then so yeah, both level 4, Li Shang and Mushu level 4. Mulan's level 2 because I paid used my elixirs to get one of her ears hats so that I could level her up to a level 2, so at least it would be better for the tower challenge. I've just looked, I did tell a bit of a lie actually. I said I've had no drops on her ears hats from the attraction. I have had one, so she needs 4 and I've currently got 1. So I think
And
it's
what
going to be a bit
attraction is that?
the lantern attraction.
Yeah.
So
Now, so whose was that? Because I'm level 10, so
yeah,
I
it won't
wouldn't.
show for
So,
you, but the lantern attraction does drop Mulan ears hats.
right, okay, because this kind of is a bit what I was going to talk about later. Oh no, it
Mm.
doesn't. Oh, okay. So mine is doing Li Shang.
Yeah, so it does Li Shang's helmet and Mulan ears hats.
Right,
It's not too
okay.
bad. It's every 2 hours actually as well. So yeah, but I think because mine's dropping for the Li Shang's more because Li Shang is uncommon and the Mulans are rare, it's going to drop those over
Mm,
everything else. So I think that's why. But at least now I've got something, even if it's just going to be a slow and steady of being able to level her up. So I
definitely.
was very pleased about that.
Okay, well, you kind of saw all my progress last week, um, where, as the same as Sarah, I purchased Li Shang and also the Lantern attraction, and I was so pleased that there was actually content for the both of us, actually,
Mm.
that we were
Yeah,
able to get in the Tower Challenge.
yeah, because as we
I
already said, we had the other content, didn't we, for
mm,
Winnie the Pooh and Aladdin. So
Yes, no. So it's quite nice,
mm.
and especially like for me, where there's no permanent content in the
Yeah,
sense of the main storyline. So
hmm,
there's nothing really much for me to do other
yeah,
than level up my characters and do side quests
mm.
and everything. So it's
Yeah.
quite nice to have that.
Your magic
Um,
level is looking really good, though. You've got that back
yes,
up, so
well, I've been sending out my characters as you
mm,
were if anyone was paying attention while Sarah was talking, just sending out my characters, trying to collect some tokens to then start leveling up characters as well. But I wasn't sending out my characters during the Tower Challenge because I'm concentrating on the Tower Challenge. But
yeah.
now that's finished, I'm starting back doing all of that.
Mhm.
I did get the free sapphire chests that were available as the bonus if you had completed a chapter. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to complete chapter 3, but I did complete chapter 1 and chapter 2. I did hit the 4th milestone on chapter 3, where it was the 2,000 Maleficent coins,
That's
but
cool.
unfortunately, I wasn't able to hit the last one, which was that lantern
Mm.
balloon concession
Yeah.
stand. So I did the the 3 sapphire chests, and I did put 2 of them on our Instagram account. So hopefully you've all seen that. And I did get special chances, but it was elixirs instead of characters.
Yeah.
So it's not great, but
No, it could be
it,
worse though.
it could be worse. And I did get concession stands. So it's not like it's a decoration or anything. I can get magic from them.
Mhm.
And also, hopefully in the future there is going to be more content in the sense of attractions where you can buy
Yeah.
them with elixirs, because if you saw last week's stream, I
Mm.
was trying to get Animation Academy, which I did get. I was able to put it in the kingdom by moving stuff about. So we'll have a look at that later on
Yeah.
in the stream
Mm.
when I talk about that kind of progress.
Yeah.
so I've got no more attractions that I can get via elixirs. The only attraction that I have left that is premium is Slinky Dog Dash, which is the 300 gems. So you never know, in the future when I have a lot more space, which is probably going to be never, but I can get that attraction because
Yeah.
there's not even though I do have attractions in the storage because of course no land and everything space wise, and that's just because of my magic, like that I've got 2 land
Yeah.
slots that I am able to get. It's not like that I've
Mm.
bought all the land slots. But yeah, so like Sarah says, I'm trying to build up on my magic. I've nearly got 2 million magic, 5 million to go until I can get the next
Yeah.
land, the cheapest land slot of 7 million. But yeah, let's just quickly talk
Mm.
about our overall
I was just going to
opinion
say one
on the
more thing about the tower
oh,
challenge
yeah,
before we move on, if that's all
yeah,
right. Just one thing, and we kind of spoke about it a little bit last stream, but we did find it a bit strange that Mushu was used quite a lot for the quests for the tower challenge.
yeah,
So he was used for the step 1, which I think was just 2 hours, but obviously in order to start it, you'd have to send him out. But with him being the premium character, it meant that you wouldn't be able to send him out for doing the tower challenge. So that was quite difficult to manage. The way it worked out for me, I managed to send him out. So that was fine. And then the second one was Li Shang to send out.
oh,
I think that was 6 hours though. So it was quite a long time to send Li Shang out for. So again, that was fine, but at the same time, as he was the part of the tower challenge to purchase, it was like the timing was a bit off. So anyway, I sent Li Shang out. That was fine. But then when he came back, it was Mushu again.
yeah,
And you also needed the training camp in order to be able to send Mushu out, which I don't have. So that was the end of it for me. And I was like, oh, okay then.
yeah. No, it is. Sometimes the event side quests can be a bit weird like that, and I think it was stupid to use especially Mushu, as he's the featured character, and
Yeah.
like you say, he doesn't get tired. I
Mm.
do understand getting Li Shang because, like, that gives you a thing if you haven't got him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just like I didn't realize Li Shang was. I thought it was Mushu and then Mushu again, from what I
No.
heard. But I didn't do the side quests for chapter 3 because I was using Mushu in
Yeah. I'm
the
sure lots of people were in a very similar situation as well. So,
yeah.
yeah.
So, but hey ho. But yeah, overall, and that kind of
Mm.
is a factor in this of opinion. I wouldn't say it was the greatest tower challenge. I
No.
do. I'm not saying that they were easy beforehand because they weren't, but they do seem really hard. The tower challenges at the
Yeah.
moment,
So,
especially if you haven't really got the characters, and
yeah.
also if your characters aren't leveled up to like all
Yeah.
level 10.
So I will say the difference that it made on the chapter 3, having that premium character was unbelievable. Like it just makes it so much easier. So that is one thing I will say that really does make a huge difference whether you have the featured character or not.
Yeah, no, it's just
Because you get that full team bonus and it
mm,
really, yeah,
it
it's
really
just
does
very,
help,
very
like you
good.
say. But as I always say, and I never do, and because it's hard, because when you're doing, especially like you, Sarah, where you're doing the main storyline as well, you've got to kind of pace yourself in the sense of you don't want to do too much leveling up because
Yeah.
you're magic, but then you don't want to spend loads of gems on getting like the premium character, like for example, like Peter Pan, a Captain Hook, because you want to use those gems for getting something,
Yeah,
and it's just very
exactly.
like, and trying to get that balance of having your characters at a high level for a tower challenge when you're doing all of that as well. It's very hard.
Especially the cost of some of them to level
Mm,
them up. I mean, I think I spoke about this already, but
mm,
kind of going on to my main storyline progress, I need to level up Peter Pan. He's currently at level 4. He has to be level 7, and the magic to get him from level 4 to level 5 is 73,150. So you're using a lot of magic to be able
yeah.
to level some of these characters up. I mean, all my lower characters are already all level 10, so it's just the one they've all been, I've left them all to the end. All the ones that cost loads of magic are the ones that I've
Oh
left.
yeah, I do
So
that as well.
yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at. I mean, another example is Shere Khan. So
Yeah,
my Shere Khan's a level 4. To get him to level 5 is 87,750. Like, it's just
yeah.
a lot of magic to be using. So
And also kind of, I don't know what I'm going to be clicking on here. Go on, you carry on, and then I will.
well, I don't think there's really much more to say on the tower challenge. So we'll
Okay.
move on to my main
Yeah, no,
storyline
that's what I
progress,
meant.
which, to be honest, there isn't that much more to say from last week. Obviously, I've been focusing on the tower challenge, so I haven't been collecting as much as I kind of wanted to. So I still haven't managed to level up John Darling. He's got currently 3 ears hats and I need 8 of them. I'm still desperately trying to collect those snowflakes to level up Anna. So I've got 47 and I need 70. So I only have Anna and Olaf that go out for 1 hour at a time. But because of other commitments and my work and things like that, I can't always collect every single hour, which is why it's going to be a bit slow with that, unfortunately. So I'm kind of desperate for a frozen chest in a way to try and get another character so I can get the blinking snowflake. But yeah, so I am still not collecting anything for Michael Darling. So I bought the attraction, the jumping jellyfish, using my elixirs on the last stream. I have had 0 drops of the ease hats from the attraction so far. So, yep. But Tia Dalma is going quite well. So I've now got 34 out of 65 ears hats for her. So she's pretty much halfway now, over halfway. So
Okay, that's good.
yeah.
Okay.
That's
Is
about
that
it,
it?
I think.
Okay. Well, you don't have to go overboard like I do, because I do have a big folder if you haven't seen. But yeah, just keeping a track on, not that I update it regularly, like it could be a whole length time and I'm just literally highlighting, because I haven't done it in a while. But this is a good way of keeping track also on your level, your character's levels, and also how many you need. So, like Sarah was saying, for the amount of magic, like just to know, like if you're say focusing on making your characters a level 10. Now it's very hard to see here, but if I'm going to do my cheapest ones, then I can say, well, I'm going to do a Mulan, I'm going to do a Rafiki, a Rue, because they're quite low. But then you've got on the higher end, like you've got Timothy Q. Mouse, you've got John Darling, Wendy Darling, Bagheera. So you can kind of see how much magic it is, and then
Yeah.
kind of go, well, I've only got this amount of magic, so I'll do the lower one. And it does help. Again, not that I kind of look at it all the time and everything. It's just it's got to be updated. I tried to do it last night, but I was so tired. But you saying about Peter Pan here, Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm sure this isn't a typo. So he's a level 8 at the moment, ready to be a level 9. It's going to cost me 209
Yeah.
209,000 magic
Mm-hmm.
to
It's a
just build
lot,
that.
isn't it? Yeah.
So no, it's definitely
Mm.
something that I enjoy having to kind of get a kind of knowing of which ones to do in order, especially if you're kind of being like, with I've got this amount of time in the day. If I do that, then that, then, and then that, then
Mm-hmm.
it kind of helps you organize your time and your kingdom when leveling up. Now,
Yeah.
Sorcerer Mickey said that the jumping jellyfish is for Michael.
Yeah, so I got him in got the jumping jellyfish in the last
Mm.
stream in order to try and collect for some ears hats for Michael, but unfortunately I haven't had any drops yet.
Mm.
So
Well, fingers crossed that you do get some.
yeah, and it's only once every 8 hours too for that one. So
Yes, no, it's a bit annoying when it's like that, but at least like that's a working kind of day. Well, for
yeah,
me it is,
yeah.
so you can just send at the beginning when you start working, and when you're finished, it's done. So, but of course, it all depends. We have like me and Sarah play the game, but we play totally differently. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that, as we've said before, and this is where you get your not winners and losers, but why people get the likes of Shang Yu and everything, because they're more not dedicated, but they spend more time playing the game
Yeah,
when some of
definitely.
us prefer sleep or whatever, or
Yeah.
we're at work. Okay, so we'll kind of go into my progress then. There's not much because, like I say, I've got no storyline to do. But I was like, right, okay, so yesterday we finished our challenge. Like I said, let's start collecting some tokens, especially the new characters that I've got, the likes of Dad from Onward, Boo from Monsters Inc. I'm trying to think now who there is, but there's
Yishan.
quite a few. Li Shang, and kind of like the Pinocchio ones as well. Just the
Yeah.
ones that are kind of low in the levels and time wise to level up. So
Mm-hmm.
I did level up Li Shang, which we saw. He's now a level
Yeah.
3.
And I don't know
Um,
about you, but I'm getting quite good drops for his tokens as well. So I
hmm,
think he's going to be quite quick to level up, which is really good. Did you get
who
you got an Aladdin character as well, didn't you? Was it Jafar?
I did, yes, but right, so yeah, this kind of leads me on to what I was going to say. So Jafar's tokens are really hard to get,
Oh.
but you can have the magic carpets of Aladdin, which I do have, but it wasn't out in the kingdom.
Mm.
And I said to you last night, didn't I, Sarah? I was like, I'm really got the urge for redecorating my kingdom, because there was a couple of bits that I didn't like. So I was like, well, let me just have a look. And I really liked what I did with my Aladdin
Yeah.
area here in Frontierland. But I was like, well, I've got to get this attraction in to try and get some of
Yeah,
his
it does
tokens,
it does
because
look good.
so unfortunately I had to put a frozen attraction in just to try and get the
Oh,
magic
yeah.
in. So it doesn't look as good, but at least it's in, and I can start hopefully collecting his tokens,
Mm.
and they're both of them as well.
So I have
So
all my Aladdin attractions in a very similar area. It's very similar layout to
okay,
yours, funnily enough. That
right,
one, well, similar and not. So I had it's very strange as to how similar we are. So I don't know if you can see, but this is my Aladdin area here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All of my attractions, because I have loads of Aladdin attractions. I keep trying to get characters from Aladdin chests, but it just didn't work. And then I got another Aladdin attraction, which I've had to put down here in the Star Wars. Oh, sorry, down here in the Star Wars area, because it was the only place I could land to get it in. So I need to do some rejigging about as well.
What was the other thing that I did? So the one area that I do not like at all. Oh, and I did move my jumping jellyfish from Tomorrowland over here with my Finding Nemo stuff because I thought it kind of fits well with that. Is this area. I love my Peter Pan bit.
Yeah, that's what other thing I need to do. My free Peter Pan attractions are like all over the place.
I just don't like this Pirates of the Caribbean bit.
I really don't like the attraction, the Kraken attraction.
Yeah.
Just not because of where it is, but it's huge and it's just like.
That's my one problem. So unless I get rid of that one, and then I've got my Davy Jones organ in the away from that, and I was trying to move it around and everything, and I just could not do. I just could not do it at all. So then I touched my Tomorrowland, and I was like, okay, what do I do with this? And there's a reason why I wanted to have a play about with it. I wasn't 100% sure about Nightmare Before Christmas in here, but then I was like, that's helping my thrill zone level. So I was like, right, I'll keep that in there. I tried to move this bit around because it's a bit mismatched, but no. What was it? So I did over here. So this is where I had Animation Academy when I put it in. I'm not a big fan of having the 101 Dalmatians stuff there, but it's magic. That's what I'm seeing it as.
Yeah.
And I put some other attractions in here just to...
What's that one? Oh, is that the gold? The Donald... not Donald. Scrooge McDuck one. Yeah.
The money bin.
Okay.
Yeah, that's from the DuckTales.
Yeah, I don't have that one.
So even though it's blocking my attraction from Ohana from Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
But so what was originally here was my kind of stuff from the parks. And I really didn't like how I had Steamboat Willie and then the 101 Dalmatians stuff. So I took all of the 101 Dalmatians stuff out, and I'm going to have to try and find somewhere to put it in the future. But I thought, because I already had the Fantasia Gardens and Fairways, and I had Steamboat Willie, I put Animation Academy
in with
there. And then I put all the ones that was in Tomorrowland that are in the parks here.
Yeah.
So hopefully that looks all right. I had a row
it does.
In between the hat stands and the attractions. So I put loads of concession stands in there just to try and get as much magic as I can. And I learned something. I don't know if you knew this already, Sarah. So when you're decorating your kingdom and you're worried about your thrill zone level, I used to just come out of it and then check it, go back in, check it. But if you, say, click on this one, okay, it's not going to come up. Okay. Well, there was here it is. So you've got this bit where you've got all your decorations and that, yeah? Well, you see on the top left-hand corner where my mouse is, you've got that thrill zone level. Well, if you click that, it shows you all of it whilst you're decorating. So I was like, oh, that's really good. Like, so I don't have to keep going out, going back in, going out. So yeah, that was something that I'd learned last night. So yeah, so I did a little bit of rejigging about. I really don't like what I've done here, even though I didn't change it, but my Toy Story bit, because I'm just trying to do the thrill zone and
I find that bit of land is exactly the same for me. I've ended up with a load of random stuff in there, quite honestly.
yeah.
I just needed to do the thrill zone. But I don't know if you can see here, it just feels
Oh,
like there's like loads of space and nothing really fitted in next to
yeah.
each other. And it was a bit of a struggle. So yeah, I
So yeah,
understand.
no, I totally get what you're saying, and like I
Mm,
say, I wanted to kind of keep the Mickey and Friends bit there, and then kind of going up into still, but then stuff in the park. So I thought that continued quite nicely with that. Like I say, I have leveled up a few characters. As I said, I've got 75 gems now from doing a couple of levels ups there. But yeah, I think that's really it. I can't really think of anything else. And like Sorcerer Mickey says, that I do wish there was more Adventureland as well, because having that one slot where we've got quite a bit that can go in there,
mm,
but I'm sure in the future we will definitely get that land
yeah.
unlocked. Um, and they also said Genie is their favorite character, and that's one I haven't got. Have you got
Oh,
Genie's
I
character?
have got Genie, yeah.
You've got
So
Genie, okay.
I have used quite a lot of gems to get some Aladdin chests. So I've got quite a few of the characters now. I've got Aladdin, Abu, Genie, and the Sultan are the characters. So
Okay.
yeah.
And they said that if they got Jafar, I would scream angrily but happy. It's a 5-star character.
Yeah, that's it.
Um,
I really, really want Jasmine and Raja. They would be the two that I would be very hopeful to be able to get.
Now, before we kind of start wrapping up this stream, of course, we've got to look at the calendar and all that.
Yes.
So something I was just thinking about. Now, I don't know if this is just because of that certain chest, but I was trying to work something out. So I was doing quite well, as we spoke about last week, in the tower challenge with the oh, I don't know what they're called, but the chests that you got when you watched the ads for
Oh
the
yeah.
reward. So I usually follow my tip of counting to 5, breathe, then press. And I was getting the the refresh tokens.
Mm.
I thought, okay. And then there was one day, and I just clicked it, and I got one, and I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, let me listen to the music. And I was
Mm.
listening to the music, and I clicked it at a certain point, got a refresh token. So I don't know if it would work in a legendary chest. And I'm very,
Maybe.
I don't know what the word is. I want to try it, but I don't want to try it
Yeah.
because I don't want it then to be like a decoration or something that I get. So I don't know if anyone else wants to try for me. But of course, I can't vision the sound in my head, so of course
Yeah.
I would have to try it. But so I don't know. We'll see what the next legendary chest is after the Little Mermaid. Hopefully, it's something that I can get
Yeah.
because that would definitely be nice to have another character or attraction in the kingdom. But I
Yeah.
think we do have a legendary chest coming up. We
Yeah.
do.
Just next week now. So
So today we are receiving a character scroll, which is good because of the
yeah.
leveling up.
Absolutely.
Um,
Do you know, I was just thinking about the scrolls actually. I think I have quite a few now. So
yeah, so do I actually. And kind of talking about leveling up characters because I
yeah, I
was
have
going to say,
8.
oh,
Mm.
I was really surprised, and I said this last week, but it wasn't that long ago that I got Maximus, and he's a
Yeah.
level 10, and I was just like, how has that happened? Like,
Oh, I think some of them, especially with maybe Tangled, because you probably had all the Tangled characters bar Maximus, so you've probably been able to send out a lot of people to
But
collect
no,
the tokens
I
quickly.
didn't really send out the characters. So I
Oh,
don't know what had happened, if because of the attractions, I don't know. But there was a real build up of tokens. And I think
wow.
because the magic was low as well, um, to level him up, that I was just literally doing it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it was a real strange one. I don't know how I got that big button, because you know, like when you enchant a an attraction,
Mm.
which I did quite a lot of actually last night. And there was one that I did um, on Nightmare Before Christmas, and that opened up some side quests for Barrel. And there was another one that I did, and then I leveled up a character. Oh, I know who it was. It was Li Shang, and
Mm.
I did something, or I may have just leveled him up, and now I can collect for Elastigirl's ears hats, which I
Oh,
didn't have a
cool.
character to do. So now that I've got him, I'm just literally sending him out every
Well,
time.
maybe it's worth me going back on my characters that I've got that are permanently sent home then to see if anything has changed.
Yeah, uh,
Because you never know.
yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, which is I need to do that. The day before Valentine's Day, we've got a decoration in the calendar. Monday, we've got our 4 gems. Tuesday, we've got 3 common blueprints. On Wednesday, we've got 2 uncommon blueprints. Thursday, we've got 1 rare blueprint. 10
Blueprint
happiness.
week.
Yeah. 10 happiness on Friday, and then Saturday we have got our onward chest. So after we go live, after we finish this stream, we're going to talk about what we're doing next week. So keep an eye out on YouTube and on Instagram later on in the week. It's not going to pop up this weekend. And you'll find out all the streams that we're going to do, and
Yeah.
especially when we're going to do this live reaction video. We could do it on the stream. We could do it as just a separate video, which I've done before as well. So let's just have a quick look on what we can get. So of course,
I'll
this
bring
is
mine up
different.
because
Yeah.
I don't have any onward characters, so I can
So
fill in the
this
gaps.
is different for everyone because it
Yeah.
depends on how well you did in the event when it originally came into the kingdom. And also, I'm not sure how many times it's actually been a legendary chest since it's come in, because I don't
I
think
don't
it's been
think.
much.
Well, I think it has. Obviously, it must have been a legendary chest at one point because I have one of the
Yeah,
concession stands.
but it may have been in
So
like the concession
it
stand
may have been.
one.
I don't know.
So I don't know, but yeah. So Sorcerer Mickey says that he wants Ian or Barley. So
Yeah,
so
both
yeah,
good
I've
ones
got
there.
Barley.
So yeah,
So
Ian is the legendary. The epic one is the
mm,
Manticore, which
yeah.
I think I would like the
Oh,
Manticore.
I would love the
Yeah,
Manticore.
I think the Manticore's a really cool character. So the rare is the mum, Laurel,
Yeah,
and the attraction, Path of Ravens. Uncommon, so we've got the 2 attractions there, which are
the Manticore
Manticore's
Tavern,
Tavern
and then
and
the
Lightfoot
Lightfoot.
House.
Yeah,
And then the other uncommons are Dad and Colt.
right.
And then we've got the common. So common, we've got Barley, Blazy, and the Guinevere attraction, which is actually a very cool attraction. I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind
yeah, it's good. I've got
too.
that one.
So
So yeah, hopefully you all get what you want. It is a free chest, so hopefully we all do get something good from that. As you saw
Mhm.
there, I've got a few characters and attractions to get from that. So fingers crossed for me and all of you as well.
Definitely.
But yeah, that's about it. I can't think of anything else to talk about DMK for now. Like I think I've said everything.
No.
Usually I come off stream and I'm like, oh damn, I forgot to say that. But yeah, I don't think this week there's anything else
No,
to talk
I
about.
don't think there's anything else. Obviously, the next kind of going forward bit we're waiting on is the next update from DMK themselves. So we did do a prediction video. I think was that last week or the week before we did that? I can't remember now.
I think it was
Yeah.
last week.
So that's on the channel. So definitely go and check that out if you haven't seen it yet.
Definitely. And as Sarah says, that we are waiting to hear officially from DMK, and we will definitely let you know when we hear anything. It's usually on our Instagram stories that whenever we see something that DMK has officially posted, I just literally reshare it on the stories. So
Yep.
definitely make sure you're following us there to find out all that information. And like I say, as well, and I'll get it up just so it's visual as well, from current slide, that make sure to follow us on Instagram, because as I think it was last week, there was some problems with some of our subscribers and they had already hit that notification bell and YouTube didn't let them know that we were live, and they found out a little bit later on in the stream. So definitely follow us on Instagram at Disney Kingdomers, where you'll see our schedule and also other Disney content in the stories and as a post. If you have enjoyed the stream, make sure to give it a big like, as it helps us as a channel and it helps the stream get pushed out to more people. And we've definitely had comments from Sorcerer Mickey. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
And if anyone that's watching this, or should I say rewatching it after we've gone live, then definitely get your comments in also, with your opinions of the Tower Challenge, your progress, and yeah, just anything you want to let us know about DMK. Now, let's just quickly talk about what is going on for the rest of this weekend. So, we will be doing a Valentine's Day quiz tomorrow evening. That's 8 p.m. GMT. And also, we're doing another Disneyland Adventures stream. So, our Disney gaming is definitely going strong.
It is
So
indeed.
if you definitely like DMK, definitely join us for that stream as well. We had a bit of an issue with our Disneyland Adventures streams, but it's all sorted now. We're restarting the game. We had our first stream last weekend, and like I said, we're going to be doing that tomorrow as well. So we've got 2 streams tomorrow for you, and hopefully you can join us for all of them.
Definitely.
Supposedly I have a stream coming in an hour and 20 minutes. Okay. I don't know if that's for
Awesome.
you personally or for us, because I was like, we haven't got any until tomorrow. So,
I think I don't know if they mean that maybe they're going live in 1 hour and 20 minutes. So if anyone else is watching wants to join Source for Mickey, I know I'll be joining. So make sure you'll watch them too.
Definitely. And also, just really quickly before we go, I know that we've said about the likes, the comments, and the subscribe. There's another one. If you do know anyone that you think will enjoy our content, then definitely share our YouTube channel with them, because it'd be lovely to keep growing this channel and getting a kind of community and family together. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Hopefully, you've all enjoyed.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, everyone.
And we'll see you all soon. Okay
All
then.
right.
Bye.
Bye.